Good morning, Newman Smith. I'm Dr. Jimenez, the proud principal of Newman Smith High School, where our mission is to graduate all scholars to be college, career, or military ready without remediation. Well, happy Monday, scholars. I hope you had a restful weekend, and we had a great EOC week last week, so make sure you take this Friday off because you were awesome. All right, well, let's get to our word of the day and our quote of the day. Our word of the day is a verb. It's to impart. It means to transmit, bestow, or disclose. The sample sentence is, parents must impart common sense to their children. Our quote of the day is from Sophocles. Look it up if you don't know who that fellow is. Look and you will find it. What is unsought will go undetected. So if you want to find something, you got to go look for it. All right. So who are the guests that we have on the news today? Super exciting. Well, you know our prom's coming up April 23rd. So let's invite Nathan over so we can hear just a little bit more about prom and all of the great fun details.
Hello, my name is Nathan. On behalf of Exec, I'm just reminding everyone that ticket sales are still going on. They're $50, and if you need to get one, go to NW209 in Miss Pace's room. So it's gonna be it's gonna be next week on Saturday. So if you want to get your ticket, make sure you come in and don't wait because at the door it's gonna be $60. So you're actually saving $10 by just getting it now.
And that's $10 that can go for a corsage. Do people still do corsages at prom?
I hope so.
I hope so too, Nathan. I hope so too. So tell me, it's going to be at that new facility, the Knob.
Yes.
And so if you're looking for that, when you go to drive to prom, you want to look for La Valita Elementary, and it's right across from there.
Yes, we'll have the address on your prom ticket.
Brilliant. Why am I even asking? Because Trojans are the best. Nathan,
Yes.
Thank you. Any other announcements?
Yes. Also, for juniors interested in senior execs, we're going to be holding a mandatory meeting on Thursday. You can go before school and you can go after school, and it all depends on your schedule. And if you can't make it, go see Miss Pace. She's going to be here on Thursday, NW209, and she'll work out all that stuff.
So listen up, juniors. If you like being on the news, Exec is the place for you. So that's just a perk that comes with being on Exec because you get sent down to do lots of announcements, just like Nathan here. Nathan, thanks. You're the best.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have a very special guest. I mean, my inbox was flooded with requests to have this special lady on our news. Many of you know that I'm the president of the Farmers Branch Rotary, and our motto is service above self. Well, there's another Rotary in town called the Carrollton Farmers Branch Rotary. And here with us today is a past president, a future Rotary District governor. But before we even invite her on, let's have our scholars come over. We have Kelly, Stephanie, and Luke to tell you about, well, what is Interact? What's the high school organization of Rotary? So come on over.
Hey guys, Luke, do you want to just talk a little bit first?
So before we get into introducing, the special guest, I do want to say we do have an Interact meeting tomorrow. It's gonna be April the 12th on Tuesday. Make sure to come by after school. It's gonna be about 3:45, maybe 4 p.m. And we're gonna have some special information about officer positions next year. So if you want to be an officer, make sure to swing by. It's gonna be some big news.
Yeah, and introducing our special guest, just speaking personally from the heart, and just who she is. First of all, she's basically a liaison or middleman for Interact, which is the high school community service club version, and then Rotary, which is the adult version of community service. And she's really just helped expose us to community service projects, but not even just being able to do these awesome achievements, but being able to grow in character and in our leadership skills. So our special guest really means a lot to us.
And she's really helped grow our club in the last 2 years. So now introducing Miss Edwards.
Regina, as I know you, but Miss Edwards to our scholars. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, so my name is Regina Edwards. I had a son, Austin Edwards, who graduated last year, and Luke Edwards is my son, who's a junior. And we have lived in Carrollton. I've been here about 22 years. So we love the public school system, and especially Newman Smith, having 2 kids here. And I'm really excited that I've been a lot more involved with the Interact Club the last few years since I've had boys in it. And I've been in Rotary 25 years. And basically, Rotary, if you've never heard of it, we have 1.4 million members around the world. So it really is called Rotary International. Like every country, and our whole idea is service above self. And so we meet once a week in meetings, and we have speakers and we learn about the community. But more importantly, we go out and do projects both locally and globally. In fact, I'm leaving Friday to go down to Mexico to take school supplies that Interact and the Farmers Branch and the Carrollton Farmers Branch Club paid for, and I'm going to deliver them to the island of Cozumel, and then they'll distribute them out to needy kids. And we have like 50 or 60 pairs of shoes, and we have medical supplies too. So I've been on about, I don't know, 22 trips now. So that's one thing I love doing personally, because I get to go visit other countries and deliver supplies from Americas, because we have too much stuff. So we need to share that with the world. And the other thing Rotary does is we've almost wiped out polio. If you've never heard of polio, that's because so much progress has been made. There's a few little cases here and there in Pakistan and places, but Rotary has worked diligently for like 30 some years now, along with the Gates Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates, to wipe polio off the planet. And that's really awesome. So we also do a lot of water projects, put in water wells and water tanks all over the world. We help protect the environment. We do a lot of tree projects and cleanup projects. In fact, the Interact Club is doing that with Turner. They're going to do a cleanup project at Crosby. So that's one of our missions in Rotary. And this Interact Club is great. I think they're one of the shining stars in our district. They've done, they raised $1,400 this year for a high school girl down in Malawi. So that's really cool. They get to sponsor a girl for 2 years in Malawi. They raised almost 2,000 winter clothing items that went to MetroCrest and CPS, and they won an award from CPS for that. And they also, every year, they do a huge backpack school supply project. This year, they did 1,200 backpacks that went to middle schools and elementaries. So for a club of like 50, 60 kids, I guess you have, 1,200 backpacks is a lot. So anyway, they're a great club, and I'm really proud of them. And I hope y'all consider joining Interact. And then when you get to be a little bit older, you can join Rotary.
And Miss Edwards, I just have to tell the Trojans a funny story. So the first time I meet Miss Edwards, and I go over to their house, and I hear from her neighbor that the dining room table is never a table. It's always packed with backpacks, shoes, supplies. But I want you to take just a second to look up the Rotary and Interact, because if you're looking for a place to give back to our community, it is the perfect place. Well, let's invite all of our scholars back. And Luke, does this lady look familiar to you?
Yeah.
Yes, Edwards and Edward. This is Luke's mom, and we're just so glad to have her on the news today. Well, we love you. We think you're great. Remember, character counts, and make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.